And that was truly the beginnings of civilization as we know it. But I think it was a restarting of civilization, a reboot.
King Gilgamesh and the ancient city he ruled is literally a history that some people think is real and some think of it as a myth. Believers say that the Anunnaki, gods from the sky, might have played a key role in shaping early civilization. What is the actual truth behind all these? What is the connection between the Anunnaki and our ancient past? Is history trying to tell us something? Let's find out. A long time ago in Mesopotamia, there was a city called Uruk. It was ruled by Gilgamesh, a king whose name became famous. Uruk was along the Euphrates River, in what is now Iraq. The city was full of markets, temples, and a huge wall built by Gilgamesh. Uruk was special because the Sumerians invented writing here. They created cuneiform, one of the first writing systems. Gilgamesh was not just a king. People believed he was part god and helped guide them. Uruk became a place of worship, especially for the goddess Inanna. Gilgamesh's story is part history, part myth. Evidence like the Sumerian king list and old artifacts show he was real. The Epic of Gilgamesh tells his adventures, like fighting the monster Humbaba. But when his friend Enkidu dies, Gilgamesh seeks immortality. He learns that death is part of life and that friendship is powerful. During his search, Gilgamesh meets Utnapishtim, who survived a great flood. This story is similar to Noah's. It helps Gilgamesh realize that immortality is not possible. Gilgamesh meets the goddess Ishtar, who gets angry when he turns her down. She sends a bull to punish him, showing how gods and humans are connected. His journey includes battles with Humbaba, the guardian of the cedar forest, and help from Shamash, the sun god. In ancient myths, the Anunnaki were gods. Some believe these gods came from a far-off planet called Nibiru. They came to Earth to mine gold and taught people farming and building. Some say the Anunnaki's mark can be seen in places like Göbekli Tepe and the Sumerian king list. These clues show they may have shaped human history. Others think the Anunnaki used gold to save their planet's atmosphere. This idea makes us wonder how much of our history was shaped by things we don't understand. One idea is that the Anunnaki created humans. Some believe they mixed their DNA with early humans, helping civilization grow fast. Now first, like always, be sure to hit the like button down below. It helps us out tremendously with the reach of this video. Thank you. The Anunnaki still spark curiosity. Whether myths or truths, their story makes us think about our past in new ways. The Anunnaki story leads us to old places around the world. Some think these sites show that aliens helped shape our history. In ancient Sumer, records of planets and stars show knowledge that was far beyond what people knew. Some say the Anunnaki shared this knowledge with humans. The ziggurats in Mesopotamia and the Egyptian pyramids, known for their perfect design, are also linked to the Anunnaki. Some believe Stonehenge's layout is another clue. Some think the Anunnaki never left Earth. They believe the Anunnaki or their children still guide us today. People look at ancient art, like Sumerian statues and Egyptian pictures, and find signs of aliens. The ancient astronaut theory says extraterrestrials helped build our world. Sumerian stories say the Anunnaki were gods from the sky. They taught humans skills like farming and law. This helped people move from hunting to living in cities. Were the Anunnaki just stories, or were they real visitors from another world? Many cultures tell stories of sky beings helping humans. In Egypt, gods like Thoth came down to teach us to write and build. The Maya spoke of Kukulkan, the feathered serpent, who gave wisdom. In India, the Vedas mention devas, beings who guided humans. Greek myths also tell of gods who visited Earth and sometimes had children with people. These stories seem similar. Are they just coincidences, or do they tell of real sky beings who helped us? These tales, from Chinese dragon myths to Norse and Roman gods, have always fascinated people. Why do they appear in so many places? One idea is that these stories show common thoughts shared by us all. Erich von Däniken thought these beings were aliens, not gods. Some believe these myths spread through different cultures. Others think they explain stars, planets, or comets. The Sumerian texts tell of beings who helped build society and teach important skills. There are many ideas about these stories, but which one is true? In archaeology, evidence is often unclear. Some ancient structures, like the pyramids of Giza and the Nazca lines, are so impressive that many think they must have been made with help from aliens. But most archaeologists believe these wonders were made by humans using their own skills. The theory of ancient astronauts suggests that aliens influenced ancient civilizations, but many archaeologists think it's more likely that these civilizations came up with these ideas and technologies on their own. The Anunnaki are mentioned in myths from many cultures. These shared ideas might be the result of humans trying to explain the world around them. Some believe these myths are based on a real event, while others think they come from common human experiences. Let's think for a moment. What if the Anunnaki were real? The Sumerians thought the Anunnaki were gods who came from the sky. They believed these gods taught humans about farming, law, architecture, and even astrology. If we think about it in terms of the ancient astronaut theory, it would mean these gods gave humans advanced knowledge. This idea makes sense when we look at how quickly civilization advanced in Mesopotamia, almost overnight. Could the changes have been because of extraterrestrials? If the Anunnaki did influence other cultures, it would mean that ancient civilizations were more connected than we thought. The pyramids, for example, appeared not just in Egypt, but in places like Central America, built by the Mayans. If aliens were involved, it could change how we view our history. Do we come from a greater cosmic community, or are we truly alone in the universe? Now, let's think about the fall of the Babylonian Empire. The Babylonians were skilled doctors and traders, exchanging goods like textiles, grains, and spices. But over time, weak leadership and problems with trade hurt their economy. In 539 BCE, the Persians attacked and took over Babylon, ending the Babylonian Empire. Babylonian culture still influences us today, especially their myths about the Anunnaki. Their stories spread across the world and influenced later cultures, including the Bible. The Assyrian Empire was another powerful force in ancient Mesopotamia. They grew strong under kings like Tiglath-Pileser and expanded their empire from Iran to Egypt. They built impressive cities and used advanced military tactics. But the empire eventually fell in 612 BCE because of internal struggles, financial problems, and attacks from enemies like the Babylonians and Medes. Despite their power, the Assyrians couldn't keep up with these challenges. The Anunnaki were important to the Assyrians too. They believed these gods gave them the power to rule. Assyrian kings often showed themselves receiving blessings from the Anunnaki in their art. The Assyrians saw the Anunnaki as gods who controlled nature and society. When the empire fell, so did much of their belief system. The Akkadian Empire, which followed the Sumerians, also worshipped the Anunnaki. The Akkadians adopted many Sumerian beliefs, and their gods controlled everything from farming to justice. The Akkadian Empire, under leaders like Sargon, grew powerful because of its military strength and smart diplomacy. Sargon united different regions, allowing the empire to thrive. The Akkadian language and culture spread across Mesopotamia, and their achievements in science and art still impact us today. But the Akkadian Empire also faced challenges. Internal struggles and outside enemies like the Guti weakened the empire. A severe drought made things worse, leading to food shortages. Eventually, the empire fell, but its legacy lived on through the cultures that came after. The Akkadians helped spread writing, science, and art to future civilizations. Thanks for watching this. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section below.